welcome to Asbury's Echoes. It is January 24th. Is that what you told me? January 24th, 2024. And I think that this is episode number 11, if I'm correct. I could be wrong on that, but I think it is. It's kind of an overcast, ecky day today. We've gone from tons of snow, extreme cold. We had blizzard conditions. We're supposed to be getting freezing rain the last few days, but we've lucked out there. We've gotten rain, lots of rain, which is wonderful because we've been extremely dry in our area for a few years. Lots of rain, but the temperature has stayed right up above that freezing level. So we really, really appreciate that. I know there's been times when, what?
I want to walk on the pond.
You want to walk on the pond? There's been times when the gravel roads have been slick, but that's what happens when they're covered in snow. Then we get lots of rain and things just get slick, and I don't handle slick very well. We've had so much snow, and our driveway, we're on a slant, and I know it's going to be a sheet of ice before winter's over, because it always is. And it's so much fun to get from the house to the chicken coop, because you have to go across that sheet of ice. And we also live along the highway, and I always hope that nobody's paying any attention and watching me, because I'm sure it's hilarious to see me try and get across there, especially with my bucket of water. But that's the joys of living in Iowa in the winter. It's been a very short week, it feels like, from the last time we did a Flosstube, so I don't have a whole lot to share. I was more into a crafty mood again, and I go through spurts. I don't know if other people do that or not. I cross stitch every day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't pick up my needle and thread. My schedule, I get up early in the morning. I've done this for years. I get up early before anybody else gets up, so I have just some me time. That sounds selfish, I know, but it's how I like to start my day. I get up, and this winter I've started lighting a candle. So I get up and I light my candle, and I start the coffee pot, and I sit down with the Bible and do some reading, and usually I'm reading something else too, like a devotional, or right now my dad gave me a book called Do Bald Men Get Half-Price Haircuts? And I'm really enjoying the book. He's read it before, but he was a barber by trade, and he cut hair here in our small little town for 40 plus years. And I spent a lot of time in the barbershop, and that is a whole community of its own. A barbershop full of men. I don't know if you can find those much anymore. I know you can't around here. I know when Dad retired, he didn't want to retire. He had to. He had arthritis pretty bad, and it was affecting his shoulders and his neck, and he couldn't lift his arm anymore, so he just couldn't cut hair. But when he retired, it was a major thing around here, because all the men didn't know what they were going to do, because some of them had never had anybody but Dad cut his hair. And I still have people, men will say, your dad gave me my first haircut, or I'll never forget that, or your dad cut the best flat tops, or so anyway, that's the book I'm reading right now. So I'll read the Bible, and then I'll read my book, and I get a lot of chuckles out of it. One of the things the man mentioned was, he says, all these years later, and I can still remember the smell of the barbershop. And that's just something that I don't think I will ever forget, is how the barbershop smelled, because it was all the tonics and the cleaner that he used to clean his scissors and combs. And
So if you go in the storage room, it
it kind of smells like that.
kind of smells like that.
Oh yeah, he used to cut hair from home for a little bit after he retired, just for simple, easy cuts. I know he cut all my boys' haircuts, gave them all their haircuts until he just couldn't do it anymore. So yeah, his storage room, it still has that smell, and it's interesting how smells bring back memories. But it's just something about that barbershop. And don't let anybody tell you that men don't gossip, because I guarantee you men gossip just as bad, if not worse, than women after sitting in a barber shop for years and listening to them. So anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, that's what I do in the mornings, and then I stitch. After I get done with my readings, I get my sewing out and I sit and I stitch. And I usually stitch until, I don't know, I get up about 5 and I'll stitch until about 8 o'clock, because we try and start school about 8:30 if we can. So then I get myself up and around and get Drew up and around, and try and throw a load of laundry in if that needs to be done, or figure out what's for supper, and then we'll start school. Super mom? No, I don't think so. And then I stitch every evening too, most of the time, because we're pretty set in our ways anymore. And after supper, we usually gather in the living room, sit down, turn on the TV, try and find something decent to watch. And if I don't sew, I will fall asleep. So I sit down. Okay, we're back again. I had to stop because I had storage issues on the phone again. I got to figure this out, and I'm not sure what to do, but we're going to try it again. Okay, and where was I? Oh, I stitch at night. Okay, so I get a lot of stitching time in, I really do. And then there's so many things that I want to do. There's just not enough time in the day to do everything. I know somebody the other day mentioned rug hooking to me. That's something I have never done. Would love to learn how to rug hook. But there's so many other things that I want to learn how to do, and I just never seem to have enough time to get everything done. I've never understood people when they say they're retired and they're bored, because I'm not bored. I don't have enough time to get all the stitching things that I want done. I don't have enough time to learn all the things that I want to learn how to do. I just don't. There's just so many things. And right now it's crafting. So right now I'll do all kinds of different crafting, and then I'm done with that. And then like this spring, it'll be my garden, and early in the spring, I'll be figuring out what I'm going to plant, where I'm going to plant it, trying to get my seeds, all that stuff. In the summer, I do a lot of canning when everything from the garden starts coming in. Then I am busy nonstop, because the last 2-3 years I've been canning, and my goal was to learn how to can something new every year. So I started with jelly. I think grape jelly was the first thing I ever canned. Last year I kind of went crazy and I canned all the things. I canned a lot of stuff, and it's been wonderful. Like last night I was craving cranberry juice, so I had canned cranberry juice, and so we had fresh cranberry juice, and today I'm going to make muffins with the leftover cranberries from the cranberry juice. So there's just always something to do. But right now I've been doing some fun crafting things. I've made a friend through my cross stitch. I've never met her. I don't know if I'll ever meet her, but we talk almost every day anymore. And she's the most beautiful decorator. Her house is just unbelievable. I would love to just go visit. I can't imagine. You'd have to spend days there to see everything. And she's an avid cross stitcher too, and that's how we first started corresponding, was because of our cross stitch. And the other day she sent me some pictures of her Valentine decor, and I commented on these little boxes. She had these cute little heart-shaped boxes in an old dough bowl sitting on her table, and so she sent me all the stuff to make the boxes. So I got the stuff yesterday, and I sat down immediately and I got started, and this is what I came up with. I made 4 of these sweet little Valentine boxes. I saved 2 because I want to try and make a couple with Bea, with the granddaughter. I think she would enjoy it. So this wonderful friend sent me the boxes, and she sent me the paper. It's all it is just scrapbook paper. Valentine scrapbook paper, and these are just paper mache boxes. I have covered like the round paper mache boxes in the past with fabric, and they turn out so prim and so pretty. But these I thought were just the cutest little things to just set in a dough bowl. They're just those little heart-shaped paper mache boxes, and she said they came from Hobby Lobby, and she sent me some paper to go along, and I just cut out what I wanted, the shape. Okay, we're back again. See if we can get through this, because it keeps telling me I'm out of storage and I don't know what to do. I've gotten rid of all my photos. I've gotten rid of I don't know how many apps, and it just keeps telling me that I'm out of storage. So where were we? Oh, I had showed my boxes. So anyway, that's one of the little crafty things that I did. I did those yesterday afternoon real quick. And then I know we've talked about, or I've showed the scissor fobs that we've been making. We got started with the beads and the scissor fobs and keychains, and we've had a lot of fun with that. And I have so many, it's not even funny. I have so many beads and so many charms, and I don't use counting pins, but I thought it would be fun to make some counting pins just to use up my stash of beads and charms. And so yesterday and today I made some counting pins, and those are what I've come up with so far. I don't have the right pin. My pins are short. They're really short. And I just got some today. I had ordered from Amazon, and they came in right before we started doing this. So they're longer, so I can make longer counting pins. But these are fun to make. This one, it's got a chicken on it. I think I'll put him in my chicken pin keep that I shared last week that I had made. Some of these are just beads, just plain old. I need a piece of paper, Drew. I need something so that you can see them. This one I thought was adorable. Isn't this cute? It's just a little, like a winter glove, a little hand, a little fuzzy. But again, it needs it needs longer. It needs a longer pin, really. So those are some of the ones that I've been making. They're a lot of fun. And so of course, if you're going to be making counting pins, you need pin cushions to put them in, right? So this morning I did these. I have had these little silver, I think they're silver, cups. I've got 2 of them. Aluminum?
I don't know.
They came from, I remember when we got them, we were at the Brass Armadillo in Des Moines.
We need to go back to that.
I know, Joe and I go there periodically, and just spend some time just wandering. We don't usually ever buy anything, but there's so many neat things to see. It's this humongous antique store. And last time we went, we took Drew. And he might have enjoyed that
You went on your anniversary?
a lot. No, last time I was there, you were with us, I'm pretty sure.
We need to go again.
And I was wanting to make, I had seen somebody make pin cushions, and I want to say it was Lori Holt. It's been a long time ago. I was watching some of her videos, and she had made pin cushions out of just found things. I knew she had made one using, I think it was a tractor, a toy tractor or wagon. It was adorable. Anyway, it's always fun when you go to an antique store and you have something to actually search for. And so I was searching, and Joe actually found these, and I thought he did a good job. They are so cute. And I think one of them has a little saucer too. I'm not sure, I'll have to find that. So this morning I made a couple of pin cushions. They are not perfect. I just used scraps of fabric that I had here and old buttons I dug out of my button jar, and I just cut the fabric into a circle. No, actually I did like a running stitch around the outside of the circle and kind of pulled it closed, and then stuffed it with some fiber fill and then pulled it completely closed, and so I just had this ball. And then I took, I think this is DMC cotton thread that I used. Again, just something that I had here in the house. I would have rather have used maybe black on this one, but I didn't have any, so I used what I had. And then I just knotted it and then just come up from the center and around, go down through and around and until you make this kind of a pie size slices, kind of. I don't know if that's what you call it. I used the same on this one. And then I just put a little dab of hot glue in a couple, 3 places. I just kind of pulled the fabric away from the side. I got it in there the way I wanted it and just kind of pulled the fabric away from the side and put a little dab of hot glue in a couple, 3 places so it will stay. And I have a couple more pin cushions because you can never have too many pin cushions. And when you start making counting pins, you need someplace to stick them. These are old hat pins. Years ago, when my daughter was younger, she was in 4-H, and we did something, I can't remember what we did, with beads, and that's why I have so many beads. I have beads from way back when. And these, we were on the search for these hat pins, and she was using these and putting beads on them. I don't remember what she was doing with them, but anyway, I still had some of these old. I just love them. I think they're so pretty. They're so much neater than the new corsage pins, and the tops. These are very definitely old. They look a lot more prim than the new ones. So I just stuck those in there too. So that's what I did this morning. This is what I did while he was working on math, I think, right? I don't know. While he was doing his stuff, I was crafting. I did get some cross stitch done. I did get my bunnies done. I wasn't sure where I was going to go with them. And this is what I ended up with. It's a bigger pillow than I usually make, but I like it. At first I thought maybe I should frame it, but I couldn't find a frame. So here's kind of, this is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, so you can kind of see the size and how big it is. And it says delight in the little things. So the little girl bunny's got a flower, and the little boy bunny's holding a little baby chicken. It's kind of a springy thing. The trim came from Purple Paper Mountain, and I don't remember the name of the color. I don't remember what color it is. It's a green. I probably will coffee stain it a little bit just to tone it down a tad. And the fabric is the same fabric that I was talking about last week that I ordered from Joann's. And it's stitched 1/2. I stitched it all and then I coffee stained it. And I think DMC, it's all DMC threads. So there's that. I thought it turned out kind of cute. This is not in my Etsy shop yet. It will be, I'm not sure. I have to get that done. In the meantime, while I was stitching on that, I had somebody contact me and ask me if I could design some little pillows with just words, just words. And I see I need to do some work. One of these is leaking. I think it's this one. Is leaking the crushed walnut shells. Anyway, she had words that she wanted done, and she said she just wanted the words, and she wanted it to look very prim, and she wasn't big on borders. She said she didn't really like borders all the way around, but if it was like something just along the bottom or on the corners. And so this is what I came up with. I've got old lanterns, and that was one that she had asked for, and it's just got a little border on the bottom, and I can see I did not get it closed up tight. I need to work on that. And I have not finished these on the back. I really need to get somewhere and get some wool sheets of wool so I can get my backs finished. So there's that one, old lanterns. And I love the way these turned out. I really do. Dough bowls, that was another one that she had requested. And I just put just a little corner design on those dough bowls. Now all of these are stitched on that same fabric that I really like. And they're all stitched 1/2. And I did them all on the same DMC. But you could use, I mean, these could be changed up. This one's old Crocs. These could be changed up. You could use different colored DMC. You could like maybe do the letters, 2 different colors. I think they'd look really prim if you used 2, like, I don't know, 610 and 611 or you know, the real faded muted colors, and kind of do every other one. That looks really prim to me. So there's that one, old Crocs. This one, simple and prim. And I've got a prim doll that I've had for years, and I just love her, but my kids think that she is possessed, and they don't like her at all, but she's one of my favorite prim things. I sat this on her lap and it just looks so cute. I just added an old rusty safety pin with some old buttons. I've got buttons everywhere, so finding buttons is not ever an issue for me. And then here again, pin keeps, and there's some more of the pins that I made. I thought these were really just so simple, just simple little. This one's brown, blue, and I found this little can you see it? It's a little sheep. Isn't that cute? I just love that little sheep. I just stuck those in there. So there's pin keeps. And then last night I came up with a couple more. Actually, the lady that requested these first ones, I asked her if there was anything else that she would like, and she wanted wool and flax. So here's wool and flax. I stitched it up last night and I dyed it this morning, and it needs to be stuffed. And then I also did old buttons. And this one I plan on, again, stuffing, and I am going to put it in with all of my old buttons because I have so many. And I might hang some buttons off of this one. I don't know, we'll see. This one will look cute with that little pin, with the little lamb pin. And I have a lot of little sheep sitting around, and I have some wool I could stick in a basket and put this on, this by that. There's just so many things you can do with these. So if anybody can think of any other things that I could come up with, that I could do, please let me know in the comments below, because these are fun, and they're small, and they're really quick to stitch, and I just think they're adorable. And I love that she asked me to make these. That is what I've done this week. And I really haven't had a chance here lately to stitch anything other than my own things, the things that I've come up with. I have not finished, what was I working on? I think it was a heartstring samplery that I had started. I was almost done, and I have not finished that yet. And I am a monogamous stitcher for the most part until I feel the need to design something, and then that gets put away, and I'll design something, and then I'll pull that back out. So, and I know I'm almost done with it. I just need to carve out a little bit of time. But like these little things, these were not planned, but once I got started, I just really had a lot of fun with them. So again, if anybody can think of any other words. And all right, one more time, maybe we got it figured out this time. I don't remember again where I was. Oh, if anybody has any other suggestions for these, please, down in the comments. That would be wonderful. I'd love to hear them. And now Drew has a couple things he wants to talk about. He also has a cold, so I apologize for him because he sounds a little stuffy.
So I was doing this for school. It's not done yet. I have to do the sky and some of the sea and the grass. Add some more colors. But I thought I'd share that. What is enough money?
We had read a book called Marjorie, and it was about Monhegan Island and a young lady that had moved to Monhegan Island, and so that was part of his language arts, and the watercolor is also the arts part of his language arts right now. So he had to paint a lighthouse because of course there was a lighthouse on Monhegan Island. Anything else?
So this weekend I've had 3 hermit crabs for a while now. 1 passed, but I got 2 more this weekend. And I was supposed to take them out of the cage because you can stress them out, but I'm only going to show 1. So this is one of my first ones I got. This is Churro. Probably won't come out of a shell for us. He's my biggest. You can see the claw. I've got Churro, Pumpkin, Turbo, and Cinnamon. The one that passed was Sugar. Right?
Right.
Okay. For now.
That's it? Okay. He has, he did a lot of research when he decided he wanted to get hermit crabs. He'd had hamsters and researched those before we got the hamsters, and we had a great big, I don't know how.
It's a 75-gallon.
75-gallon tank that he kept those hamsters in, and we had gotten the tank from my son-in-law's mother had gifted it to him. Jonna, yes. And then when the hamsters had passed away, he decided he wanted to do hermit crabs, and
it was like 6 or 7 years since we'd had hamsters.
yeah, there was a break, not quite 6 or 7. You're only 12.
4 or 5, I don't know.
Anyway, he did some research on the hermit crabs, and we had hermit crabs in the past with our other children, and you know, they just came in these little plastic carrying things with some rock on the bottom, and you bought some thing of feed that lasted forever, and the hermit crabs didn't live very long.
6 months maybe.
So he had done some research, and these hermit crabs now live in that 75-gallon tank, and they have a substrate of something called Echo Earth and play sand, and they have 2 bathing areas. One is sea salt and one is tap water. Well, we have well water, so well water, and they don't get that food. They get peanut butter and
strawberries,
apples and you know, all the good stuff. And
keep it at 80 degrees.
yes, he keeps it
humidity.
He keeps it warm, and he keeps the humidity up, and he's doing a really good job. And he's got all kinds of fun things in that tank for them to crawl on and move around in and explore, and they will dig down in that substrate, and they change shells. And the worst part about the hermit crabs is they don't come out until nighttime, so I don't really see them much. Once in a while he'll yell throughout the day and say, hey, come see so-and-so, because he's actually up and moving around, and they're fun to watch. They really are. They're not a pet that's going to be cuddly and soft, and
you're not supposed to touch them too much.
yeah, you're not supposed to. You know, the other kids, they used to get them out all the time and put them on the table and watch them crawl around, and things have changed. Same thing with the hamsters, though. He did the same thing with the hamsters. He just made these wonderful places for those hamsters to live. There was nothing plastic, and it was all glass and all natural items, and he has a lot of fun.
I like the hamsters, but you have to change their tank all the time.
Yeah, you had to clean out the hamsters a lot. You don't clean out the
I like pets. All my pets, like my cats and stuff, and my chicken, is outside. They're outside. I wanted something inside. It's something that doesn't take a whole lot of work. So hermit crabs work.
And Mom and Dad are old, and we've already done the parakeets, and we've already done the turtles, and we've already done What was something else that you
I
wanted?
don't want a parakeet.
Lizard.
Ferret.
He wanted a lizard.
I want a ferret.
His older brother Eric had a lizard because, well, my daughter's married now, but at the time, her boy, same guy, she's married to him now, but he brought Eric a lizard one day. So, you know, how do you say no to that? So, we've had it all. We've had all the things. One thing we never had was hamsters, and of course the boys were like, "You never let us have a hamster. Why did you let him have a hamster?" It's like, well, I won't let him have a lizard or a bird, so
I don't want a bird.
I guess
I
we
want a
will deal with the hamsters.
I want a ferret.
No ferrets.
I want a ferret.
I draw the line at ferrets.
They're so cute.
Not because they're not cute, not because I've smelled ferrets and I just don't want a ferret. But you have cats, you have a dog, you have chickens.
Chili.
I would like to get goats, but that's a whole nother story.
Goats and turkeys.
So I think, is that it?
I'm done.
Okay, I think we're done. And I want to thank everybody for watching. Everybody that keeps coming back. Thanks to the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who puts comments down below. If you do know of words, just please comment down below, and I'll see if it's something that I think I can do.
Pinching me.
Thank you to those who,
Ow.
well, he doesn't want to be out of his cage. Those who purchase my patterns, I am just amazed that people do that. If you would like to share your finished product, I love to see them. I really do. I love to see what others do. I love to see how they finish them. I love to see if they've made any changes color-wise or anything else. It's just, this has just been fun for me. I'm really just enjoying it. And so I want to thank everybody, and please, what is it, like and subscribe? Is that what they're supposed to do?
And turn on bell notifications.
Like and subscribe and turn on notifications if you
Hit the bell.
feel the need. Hit the bell, he says. And we still don't know when we're going to Florida, so we probably will be back here next week if I get anything else done. And thank you very much, and we'll see you later.